Most people barely pay attention to nickels because they're rarely used in everyday transactions anymore. But that's exactly why you should look twice. These small 5-cent coins can quietly hold rare mint errors, high-grade conditions, and hidden value that most people completely overlook. Before you ignore your next nickel, take a closer look, because one small detail could make a big difference. If you have this coin in your pocket right now, you might be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the 2017 5-cent coin has captured the attention of collectors around the world, and why in rare cases, something so small and so common could potentially be worth life-changing money. Imagine casually receiving change at a store, tossing it into a jar, and never realizing that one specific coin among thousands could be the one that people are searching for, bidding on, and discussing in auctions where prices can reach astonishing levels. Stay with me, because what seems like an ordinary nickel could actually turn into one of the most interesting discoveries in modern coin collecting. And if you have this coin, you are truly one of the luckiest people in the world. Now, let's step into the world of the United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, which has been in circulation for generations and continues to play an important role in everyday transactions. The 2017 nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historically significant minting facilities in the United States, known for producing billions of coins each year. While most people see these coins as simple pocket change, collectors and experts see them very differently. They analyze each detail, each mint mark, each subtle variation, because even the smallest difference can sometimes turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. And in the world of auctions, where rarity and condition drive value, even a small coin like this can become the center of attention. The design of the 2017 nickel follows the long-standing Jefferson nickel series, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, a tribute to one of the founding fathers of the United States. The portrait of Jefferson has evolved over the years, but it still carries a sense of historical importance and artistic consistency. The reverse design showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, symbolizing his legacy and contributions to American history. This design has remained a staple of the nickel series for decades, and its familiarity is part of what makes it so widely recognized. However, despite its common appearance, collectors often search for specific traits within these coins that make them stand out in auctions and private sales. The Philadelphia Mint mark, represented by a P, indicates that this coin was struck in Philadelphia, which has been producing coins since the late 18th century. The 2017 nickel was part of a massive production run, meaning millions upon millions of these coins entered circulation. At first glance, that might make it seem like these coins are not rare at all. But rarity in coin collecting is not always about total mintage. Instead, it often comes down to condition, errors, and unique characteristics that set certain coins apart from the rest. And that is where things start to get interesting, especially when these coins begin appearing in auctions where collectors compete aggressively for the best examples. One of the key aspects that collectors examine is the condition of the coin. Coins that remain in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, often referred to as mint state, can command higher interest in auctions compared to heavily circulated examples. A coin that has never been used in everyday transactions retains its original luster, sharp details, and overall visual appeal. When such a coin is graded by professional grading services, it receives a numerical grade that reflects its quality. Higher grades often translate into higher auction prices, especially when the coin is part of a well-known series like the Jefferson nickel. Now, let's talk about something that truly excites collectors: mint errors. These are unintended variations that occur during the coin production process. Errors can include off-center strikes, doubling of design elements, missing features, or unusual metal compositions. While most 2017 nickels are standard, any coin that exhibits a noticeable mint error can attract attention in auctions. Collectors actively search for these anomalies because they are rare and unique. When a coin stands out due to an error, its value can increase significantly compared to a normal version of the same coin. In addition to errors, there are also varieties and subtle differences that experts look for under magnification. These can include die variations, slight differences in lettering, or imperfections in the strike. While these may not be obvious to the casual observer, they are highly important in the numismatic community. Many collectors rely on detailed inspection and expert knowledge to identify coins that may be worth far more than face value. And time and again, coins that were once overlooked have later surfaced in auctions, surprising both the sellers and the buyers. It's important to understand that not every 2017 nickel is worth thousands of dollars. In fact, most of them are still worth only 5 cents. But the reason these coins are discussed so widely is because of the potential for exceptional examples to stand out. When a coin is discovered in pristine condition or with a rare error, it can become highly desirable. And when demand meets rarity, auctions become the stage where prices can escalate quickly, sometimes reaching unexpected levels depending on collector interest and competition. Collectors often describe the excitement of finding a valuable coin as a mix of luck and knowledge. You might not realize it at first, but checking your change carefully, looking at mint marks, and observing small details can make a difference. The 2017 nickel, like many modern coins, may still be in circulation, meaning there is always a possibility that a noteworthy example could be found in everyday life. That possibility is what keeps collectors motivated and engaged, constantly searching and examining coins with a careful eye. In auction environments, coins are evaluated not just for their rarity, but also for their eye appeal. A coin with strong visual characteristics, such as sharp details, minimal wear, and appealing toning, can attract higher bids. Professional grading services play a crucial role in confirming authenticity and assigning a grade that buyers trust. Once a coin is graded and certified, it often becomes easier to sell and can command more attention in auctions where buyers are confident in its condition and authenticity. Now imagine discovering a 2017 nickel that is in exceptional condition, perhaps even graded at a high mint state level, or one that features a rare mint error. In such cases, collectors in auctions may compete for ownership, sometimes driving prices far beyond what anyone would expect for a 5-cent coin. While it is not common for such coins to reach extreme values, the possibility exists under the right circumstances, especially when multiple interested buyers are involved. This is why people often say, if you have this coin, you are among the luckiest individuals in the world. It is not just about the coin itself, but about the potential hidden within something so ordinary. Coins like the 2017 nickel remind us that value is not always obvious at first glance. Sometimes it requires patience, knowledge, and a bit of curiosity to uncover what lies beneath the surface. As we continue exploring coins like this in auctions, one thing becomes clear. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Every coin tells a story, and every coin has the potential to become something more than just currency. Whether it is due to condition, rarity, or a unique minting characteristic, collectors are always searching for the next standout piece. And the 2017 nickel, despite being a modern and common coin, remains part of that ongoing search. Now for the moment many of you have been waiting for, the big reveal. While most 2017 5-cent coins remain at face value, exceptional examples in top condition or with significant mint errors have, in some auction scenarios, reached values that can approach or even exceed thousands of dollars depending on rarity and demand. In rare and highly competitive auction situations involving extraordinary specimens, figures can climb dramatically, and in extremely exceptional cases discussed within collector circles, values have been speculated to reach much higher levels. This is why collectors remain vigilant, because the difference between a common coin and a valuable one can sometimes be hidden in plain sight. So the next time you come across a 2017 nickel, take a closer look. Examine it carefully. Consider its condition. Look for anything unusual, because while most of these coins will remain simple pocket change, there is always a chance, however small, that you could be holding something that collectors in auctions would be eager to acquire. And if that happens, you truly might be the luckiest person in the world. If you have this coin sitting in your pocket, in a drawer, or mixed inside a jar of spare change, you might be looking at something far more interesting than just 5 cents. Because the 2023 5-cent coin represents not only modern mint production, but also a growing curiosity among collectors who constantly search for unusual details, rare variations, and high-grade examples that could stand out in the ever-expanding world of numismatics. At first glance, it appears completely ordinary, a simple nickel used in everyday transactions. But history has shown time and again that even the most common coins can gain attention when something unusual is discovered, whether it's a perfect condition specimen, a subtle minting variation, or a rare error that went unnoticed during production. The 2023 D 5-cent coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities responsible for producing circulating coinage in the United States. The D Mint mark indicates its origin, and millions of these coins were struck to meet the demand of everyday commerce. These coins continue the long-standing Jefferson nickel series, which has been in circulation for decades and features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. His portrait reflects a sense of historical continuity, connecting modern currency with the legacy of one of the nation's founding figures. On the reverse side, the Monticello design remains a central feature, symbolizing Jefferson's home and architectural vision, and it has become an iconic representation of the nickel over the years. Despite the massive mintage numbers, collectors still pay close attention to coins like the 2023 D nickel because within large production runs, small differences can occur. These differences may not always be visible to the untrained eye, but they can make a significant impact in the collecting community. Coins are evaluated not just on their face value, but on their condition, strike quality, luster, and any unique characteristics that set them apart from the rest. A coin that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, can be much more desirable than a heavily circulated example that has lost its original appearance over time. One of the key aspects collectors examine is the grading of the coin. Professional grading services assess coins and assign them a numerical grade that reflects their preservation state. Coins in higher grades tend to have stronger visual appeal, clearer details, and fewer imperfections. These qualities can influence demand among collectors, especially those who aim to complete sets with high-quality specimens. A 2023 D nickel in top condition, often referred to as mint state, can attract more attention than a typical circulated example, even though both share the same basic design and composition. Another area of interest in modern coins is the possibility of mint errors. Although minting technology is highly advanced, occasional errors can still occur during production. These errors may include issues such as misaligned strikes, slight doubling of design elements, weak strikes, or minor planchet imperfections. While most coins are produced to strict quality standards, an error coin can become a point of interest because it deviates from the norm. Collectors often seek these anomalies because they are less common and add uniqueness to a coin that would otherwise be standard. The 2023 D nickel, being a recent issue, is still widely available in circulation, which means most examples will remain at or near face value. However, collectors often keep an eye out for coins that show exceptional eye appeal or unusual traits. Even in modern coinage, where billions of coins are produced annually, the pursuit of rare finds continues to drive interest. People sometimes overlook coins in their everyday change, not realizing that careful inspection could reveal something worth setting aside for further evaluation. It's also important to understand that coin collecting is not solely about rarity in the traditional sense. While older coins often carry historical scarcity, modern coins derive value through condition, errors, and collector demand. A 2023 D nickel may not be rare in terms of production numbers, but a perfectly preserved example or a coin with a notable minting flaw can stand out in a collection. This is why collectors frequently examine coins under magnification, searching for small details that differentiate one coin from another. The appeal of coins like the 2023 D nickel lies in their accessibility. Anyone can come across one, and anyone can begin learning how to evaluate coins with basic tools and knowledge. Over time, collectors develop an eye for detail, learning how to identify subtle differences in strike quality, surface condition, and overall appearance. This learning process is part of what makes coin collecting engaging, as each coin becomes an opportunity to observe and understand how it was made. In circulation, most 2023 D nickels will show signs of wear from handling, contact with other coins, and general use. These marks reduce their visual quality, but do not affect their basic function as currency. However, coins that have remained and used, stored properly, or preserved soon after minting may retain their original shine and sharpness. These well-preserved coins are often more appealing to collectors, as they represent how the coin looked when it first left the mint. While discussing value, it's important to remain realistic. The majority of 2023 5-cent coins will not carry significant monetary value beyond their face value. However, exceptional examples, particularly those in high grades or with unique mint errors, can attract collector interest and may be evaluated differently depending on their characteristics. In some cases, coins that meet certain criteria can achieve higher prices in the collector market due to demand from individuals looking to complete sets or acquire standout pieces. What makes modern coins especially interesting is the balance between availability and potential uniqueness. Since they are still relatively new, they have not yet fully matured in the collector market, meaning their long-term significance is still developing. As time passes, certain coins from a given year may become more desirable based on scarcity in high grades or the discovery of specific varieties that were not widely recognized at the time of release. For anyone who comes across a 2023 D nickel, the best approach is simply to take a closer look. Observe the coin's condition, check for any unusual features, and consider whether it stands out compared to a typical example. While most will be standard circulation coins, the act of examining them can be both educational and rewarding. It builds awareness of how coins are produced and how small details can sometimes matter more than expected. In the end, the 2023 5-cent coin is a reminder that even the most common objects can hold interest when viewed through the lens of curiosity and attention to detail. It may not always lead to a rare discovery, but the possibility alone is what keeps collectors engaged and constantly searching. And whether you're a beginner or someone experienced in numismatics, each coin you examine adds to your understanding of this fascinating field, where history, craftsmanship, and chance all come together in something as small as a nickel. And that's exactly why coins like the 2023 5-cent piece deserve a closer look. Because what most people overlook in everyday change could sometimes turn into something far more interesting with the right details. Always remember to check the condition, look for anything unusual, and never assume a coin is just ordinary without taking a second glance. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and even modern coins can hold hidden value for those who pay attention. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to stay connected, keep checking your coins, and you might just discover something incredible in your own collection.